What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And you know who doesn't make sense? Alexandria Cortez. No sense whatsoever. I don't know if on the assembly line, when she was getting put together, they left the common sense, mechanism off. There was like talking on the job. And Frank, the wife is really on my, oh shoot, I left the common sense out of that one. What should I do? Just let it go. Forget about it. Let it go. So they just let her go ahead without any common sense. Because when I hear her make statements and bring up topics about adult things, you would think she was a kid talking to adults. All the adults sitting around talking about Corona, the seriousness of it, how we have to deal with it, the impact it has on us as a country. And then she comes up with things like this. Tucker, will you help me out, please?
Debate the specifics, but in general, most Americans seem pretty happy that Congress was finally able to pass an aid package that benefits ordinary people as well as companies.
All right.
In fact, the bill is so generous it even gives aid to millions of non-American citizens as long as they're here legally.
Huh.
But for one member of Congress,
so wait, let me get
that's
this,
not enough.
Let me get this straight. So the bill even has money in it for non-American citizens that are, I guess, here on a work visa. Oh, fine, they're here, they're paying taxes. As long as they're here on some type of permit or agreement, then okay. But, you're telling me, Tucker, that with even that amount of grace, somebody wants more? Who could it be? Let's listen.
It wasn't generous in her view, it's an insult. Alexandria OcasioCortez, the dumbest, most unhappy member of Congress, maybe the one person out of 435 who should have no influence on...
Now, how does it feel to be ranked number one as the dumbest person in Congress? She is the number one stunner. She is leading the pack. I wonder if she celebrates. I wonder if she comes out like, thank you, everyone. Please stop it. You're embarrassing me more than I embarrass myself. Stop it, okay? I'm just happy to reign as the dumbest person in Congress. And I just want to thank all of those who supported my ignorance and all of those things. You mean so much to me. And I pledge to continue being dumb as long as you all vote me in. Because see, the thing about being dumb is you all have to not be very smart either to vote me in. So they send a kid to the government, to the not White House, but to Congress to represent them. And these are the topics that she wants to support. Let's continue.
On anything, and yet still does, has now denounced the stimulus bill because it leaves one group out, illegal aliens. She can't make it up. Is she really working for the RNC secretly? Probably. But in her view, people with no legal right to be here, people who are filling American jobs, crowding American hospitals, lowering American wages during a brutal unemployment crisis, good people perhaps, but not Americans, people violating our laws. For AOC, these people deserve aid, just like American citizens, the ones who are hurting and out of work. So what percentage of Americans support that idea? We haven't seen polling on it, but right now you'd think the number would be right around 0. It was foolish to think that during our strongest period, our richest time, America could provide free everything to the rest of the world. But to demand the same thing when the economy is on the edge of collapse, when tens of millions of American citizens are in danger, that's not dumb. That's loathing for your own country, obviously.
So you hear that? But it doesn't stop there. So let me get this straight. Most likely, people in New York who voted for her, probably, I'm not sure, maybe it's just that liberal where they don't even watch Tucker or any of those things. So maybe they don't know her position on the situation, especially considering her city is being hit the hardest right now. And yet she wants to allocate some of those resources to illegal immigrants. No documentation, nothing, nada, nunca. But yet, let's go ahead and divide your portion and give it away to somebody who is illegally here. But somebody voted her in, but it doesn't stop there. Listen to this.
Out loud this week, House Majority Whip Jim Clyburn reportedly told party members the virus was, quote, a tremendous opportunity to restructure things to fit our vision.
So wait, let me get this straight. Serious situation, virus all over the place. We want to deal with the immediate threats to our population, to our economy, to our health, all of that stuff. But the Democrats look at this as an opportunity. How can you look at any type of national global crisis as an opportunity? I don't understand. The word opportunity and epidemic or pandemic shouldn't be used in the same sentence. It's like saying, you know what? I'm on my way to hell, but I'm going to use that as an opportunity to do a whole reboot in hell and see if we can get a union going and decide if the people down in hell being tortured are being tortured against their eternal, rights. And this is a great time to make sure that they have equal opportunity in hell when it comes down to the torture. And we want to make sure that transgender people in hell have places to go and use it. And we want to make sure, see, it doesn't make sense. This is not a situation where you should be even using the word opportunity. But we know the Democrats, that was a Freudian slip. That guy left that out like, oh, did I say opportunity? Oh, man. I revealed to everybody what we up to, using a crisis to reshape America and using a crisis as an opportunity to push these stupid policies. But let's continue, because Alexandria Cortez comes in and defends her title as the dumbest woman in Congress. Way
is disgusting.
It is.
For Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, fighting a deadly virus is just a smaller front in the fight to push or punish Americans, reward or punish them for their skin color. Her race obsession, a topic she's completely fixated on, arose today in this tweet. Quote, COVID deaths are disproportionately spiking in Black and brown communities. Why? Because the chronic toll of redlining, environmental racism, wealth gap, etc., are underlying health conditions. Inequality is a comorbidity. COVID relief should be drafted with the lens of reparations. By the way,
my gut tells me she went into a dictionary and said, let me find a collaboration of big words that I don't understand what they mean and throw them in the sentence in any fashion or form. I don't care. I don't care if it's in a proper sentence structure. I don't care what comes first, what comes last. As long as I slide in my main points, which is racism, discrimination. What else? Environmentalism. Just some of those. And the rest of that stuff, I just want to sound smart. So I'm going to throw those words in. Okay. And now I'm going to even slide in something about the lens of reparations. What is that? So let me get this straight. So because of where I live as a underprivileged person, let's just say I live in the inner city of Youngstown, whereas the outskirts, Boardman, Liberty, I know y'all don't know these locations, but they're suburbs. So the environment there is more kind to those people who are more fortunate than the people in Youngstown. That's what you're telling me? You're telling me then that the smog and the potential climate change and the poor breathing conditions, it stops right at the borders of Youngstown. It sits back and says, okay, let's go ahead and wipe out all these unfortunate Black folks in the inner city and Latinos. But they got an invisible shield around Youngstown to where we can't go outside of that and start messing with those rich upper class white people. So we're just going to punish them. That's what she's saying. No data to back this up. Nothing. Just throwing out stuff, which once again shows why she is the best at what she does, being dumb. Let's continue.
Say, there's nobody dumber or more shallow in America than this child of privilege, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She should be quiet while the nation suffers, and anyone who listens to her is foolish.
Tucker. Tucker gave her a verbal lashing on the way out. He just stuck the landing to his whole segment right there. It was like, thank you. Beautifully executed. The level of difficulty throughout that whole statement was beautiful. Beautiful. And then he brought it all home, summed it up with, she's dumb. Not only is she dumb, she's like a child woman who is doing their best to sit at the table with the adults, making a fool of herself. But it's my job to go out, look at all the Democrats just running around and the newscasters and rank them and put them in categories. See, and today I'm giving her a 10 out of 10 when it comes to the level of dumbness. Okay. It takes a special person to execute that level of ignorance. Special. And she did it beautifully. Did y'all see her through the whole routine? All the words that meant nothing. Yeah. And then bringing up stuff that means nothing, racism and stuff and all that, environmentalism. And then, of course, she would throw in a little bit of, you know what? We want to distribute the resources that we already are limited with to illegal immigrants. See, right there, that was beautiful when it comes down to proving just how dumb you are. So she wins the dumbest Congressperson award of the week. Thank you. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Don't forget, check me out every Wednesday, 7:30 live in Kevin's Corner on Wednesday nights on Facebook, YouTube, and my radio blog talk show. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. Make sure you're still subscribed and your notifications are set to all. And then, what else? Oh, check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like something, put Kevin in the promo code, you get a 20% discount. And then if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link below this video to do that. I appreciate it. And other than that, stay safe from Corona. Don't let it get on you. All right. God bless. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.